I wanted to reach out to Andrew McCutchen, the Pirates center fielder, who's having an MVP, certainly MVP candidate season, but he's a lot more than that, and he joins us now. Andrew, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Dan. How are you?
I'm pretty well, pretty well. But I had people who responded from Pittsburgh who said, "Would you please ask him if he understands exactly what he has meant and these Pirates have meant to this city of what baseball used to be?" How long did you have to be in Pittsburgh before you realized just what kind of baseball town it was?
You know what? I understood what type of baseball town it was before I even was there. Just by taking a few visits there before I was even called up, and seeing the town and just seeing how everyone all comes together to come out to a baseball game, and just to know that what we had in the past, teams that we've had in the past, and the type of team that we were winning, and this is a winning franchise, and I just knew that they were always there, especially with the support that they have of football and of hockey. And seeing them win some championships is great to see how the whole city comes together.
Are you a Steeler fan now?
Oh yeah, big time. I love to try and catch a few games and go out and support them. And it's definitely a different change from baseball, the baseball atmosphere, to the football.
But you were a football player growing up. Were you football first growing up or baseball?
Oh no, I was baseball first. That was my first sport, but I didn't really start playing football until I got around 11, 12 years old.
Who offered you football scholarships?
Miami had one on the table right when I was drafted for baseball. They offered me, but I said no, and I had quite a few schools looking at me, but I knew baseball was the sport for me, and so I stuck with that.
Yeah, I think the Pirates are happy, not the rest of the National League. Andrew McCutchen, Pirates outfielder, joining us. How important is it to be MVP?
You know what? I wouldn't say for myself it's important. It's definitely a great accolade to have. And I wouldn't be able to get that without the support of my team and with what my team is doing. But I definitely think it would be something great for myself to have. It shows where and what I've done this year, and and that others have noticed. So it'd be a great award to have. But for myself, I wouldn't call it too important. What's important is me being out there on the field and just trying to help my ball club win.
What happened last year? You had the late season drop off. What's different about the Pirates this year?
I think we're just wiser, and we understand the things that we have to do to be a better team, to be that caliber team that shows up every single day and doesn't fall off. That's something that we learned in the off season last year. What do we need to do to be a better team? And I think we've done that, and we don't just let up and just say we're going to take it easy on this sub 500 team, this team that's under 500 or whatever it may be. No, this game's important. We're gonna fight and we're gonna keep pushing. Because we once were that team. We were that team that played those contenders, and one that we wanted to at least upset them and make it better for the next team. So we know how it feels, and I definitely think it's helped us.
Who would you give your MVP vote to?
You know what? I don't have a specific person that I would give it to, but there are definitely a lot of people who are worthy of it. And
you can vote for yourself if you want to.
Well, I mean, I won't ever vote for myself in anything, but there's a lot of guys who are up for it. But
any problem with Clayton Kershaw? Would you give an MVP to a pitcher?
He's definitely one of the top pitchers in the league, if not the best this year. But for myself, I still think if there's somebody out there playing every single day, that's who deserves it. I'm not saying that Clayton Kershaw doesn't, but I think a position player, someone who's out there every day grinding every single day, as someone who should get it over a pitcher.
Who's a better singer, you or your mom?
My mom definitely. She's definitely a lot better of a singer than I am. I used to hear her all the time as a kid growing up. So it was an everyday occurrence for me. So it's definitely always great to hear her when she does sing.
Now she sings the anthem a couple times with the Pirates.
Yeah. Spring training, she'll come out sing there in Bradenton, and she'll come to the ball games in Pittsburgh, and she sang once there. So it was always pretty neat for her to be able to showcase her talents and do it in front of a huge stage.
We saw it this morning, the Tom Cruise video where you reenacted a lot of his movie roles. Whose idea was that?
That was MLB. That was the production team. So they wanted to interact, and it was pretty funny. They asked me if anyone briefed me on what they wanted me to do. I said no, and you can tell they kind of shrugged their shoulders and like, all right, we'll see if he wants to do it. And they showed me, and I kind of just looked at him and gave him kind of a stale face, and was just like, all right, let's do it. And you can tell that they really weren't expecting me to just kind of bust out and start screaming all over the camera, and it was a pretty fun time.
Well, you did the Jerry Maguire, which I love black people. You shouted that. Show me the money.
Yeah.
Let's see. A Few Good Men. Were you aware of these Cruise movies, or did they? You didn't know Cocktail and Top Gun, did you?
I didn't know Cocktail. I didn't know that one, but I knew every other movie. I've seen all the other movies, but definitely. The Cocktail one, I was like, oh, yeah, I've never seen that Tom Cruise movie, but that's pretty cool. Like, he was pretty cool, good bartender right there. So trying to see if I got any skills. And so I basically had to learn how to do all that in basically 2 minutes. So I did the best I could. I think I did all right.
When did you know that you could do Eddie Murphy as an impersonation?
Oh, man, I was always an Eddie Murphy fan growing up as a kid, and that's something that me and my family would always watch. All of his movies, that we would watch, and so I became a huge fan of him, and we just, as a family, especially my mom, we just impersonate people all the time. When we just talk about people, I guess it just makes the story that much better. So
give me your best Eddie Murphy.
I can't do it right now. Too early in the morning.
Too early to go Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, it's too early in the morning to Eddie Murphy. It's kind of a quiet hotel. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable here. So,
have you met Eddie Murphy?
No, I've never met him personally, but I'm sure one day down the road I might have that opportunity.
Well, congrats on the season so far, and good luck in the playoffs. We appreciate you joining us, Andrew.
All right, yeah, I appreciate it.
Andrew McCutchen, Pirates outfitter.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.